Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Got it. You ready?
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Play action with Richardson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Try again from the 20 after the incompletion.
Let's go now.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Come on. Set. Rep 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and long. The Colts ready for the punt. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
19. Go.
Off the play fake, Brissett. That one's taken in by the rookie out of USC. Running down the left side. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punts and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
defense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Steady.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And just before he can get the first, they escort him out. So it's going to be second and looks like less than a yard.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's 2nd and inches.
Mustang 19.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Buys time, rolling right. Looking right, and he finds him. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Here we go. Shot. Gravity line.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Red. 65, 65, 7 Pirates, 7 Pop, 60 Bobcats, 65.
Throwing now, Richardson. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Check, Bobcat, check.
3rd and long, it's Richardson. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10.
19. Good. 120. Go.
Handoff now out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You know by now, Kate, with this time we spend together these toss plays, the best way to defend them is to hit them before they get started. And that's exactly what the defense did.
Check, check, check. 19. Check. 20. Go.
Shotgun now for Brissett. Completed to his running back. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
19. Set. 19. Set. Got. Middle. Go.
Brissett to throw it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense sent him packing back to their own side last play. Time to build on that with second down. I'm bringing tight end in motion right. Now as the play clock got down to 5, a timeout comes in. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see here, 2nd and 19.
Okay. Well, rabbit. Hey, kill. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Brissett. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative Guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
19. Hey, kill. 12. Go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Bynum. And the Colts take over as he records his 10th career INT.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block, and then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Richardson on 1st and 10. And he's brought down at the line. Goes to the hurry up here.
60 Vikings. 19 Tiger. Go.
Well-designed run. Here's Richardson. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Cougar 19.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. False start makes this 3rd down and 10.
Cowboy 80. 19 tight. 19 Lion. Steady.
Throw here, 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute, convert on these 3rd downs.
Okay,
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
ready. 79, 18, go.
Trying to throw for it with Richardson. It's on target to Pierce. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Let's go.
Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He gets him 6, and that's going to bring up second and goal.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. It's an early lead for the Cardinals. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points.
Let's go. 19, 18. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've got to earn that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
From the 5-yard line after the loss, third and goal.
60 Maverick. 2. 60 Bison. 6. Cup 19. Cup 19.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he makes the play in full extension. That's a touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Well, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. First and 10 coming up.
Hey, kill. Go.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
19. Go.
To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. Shoves him off. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They get 23 on that one. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Pass is cut at the 9. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a second quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary.
And that's no good. I don't know if the snap and hold were clean, and he is not able to knock it through. So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Play action. It's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Okay, break.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Here we go. Check. Cougar 19. Check. Say, Hurts. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. They smash. Rig alert. Ready.
Back to the air. It's Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Stretch the Eagles. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Richardson on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready. 1st and 10.
19. Set. 120. Set. Hey, kill. Go.
Running it now out of the gun. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Has him on a quick hitter. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. So 20 yards on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
Kill.
At the 45-yard line.
19. Set. 19. Hey, kill. Right. Go.
Going play action here. Brissett. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Offense up to the line fast. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. And we'll see how this plays out the rest of this half with none remaining. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
19. Go.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reels, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Go.
They give it to him again. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
1st and goal, Arizona.
Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
19. Set. 19. Set. Go.
Back to the well again. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check. Ready?
Design quarterback run here. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Okay. 19. Okay. Hey, check.
They've got a man in motion.
Go.
3rd and goal for Brissett. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow their lead just before halftime. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to float toward it. And that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Okay, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. And maybe making some better judgment here as he takes a knee and accepts the touchback. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10.
Get it? 60 Bison. Mustang 19.
Now Richardson to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Throw intended for Tyler Warren. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
18, Pioneer. Come on. Set.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Tries the in route complete. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that 1st down.
Cowboy.
From the gun, Taylor. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Looking now from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 3rd
and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. He's got it. Complete to Downs. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st down from the 42.
19. Ready.
They'll work against the blitz. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Ready.
Richardson to throw again. Escapes the pocket. And Richardson brings things to a halt with enough for that 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Let's go.
Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To the air on his first down, Richardson. Flush down out to his left. He calls his own number again. He's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. 18, Rattler. 18, Cowboy 80.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This is his keeper, it's Richardson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the shotgun, Brissett. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
It's his running back. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
1st down, Cardinals.
19. Good. 120. Good. Go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Down the left sideline he goes. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals grow the lead coming out of halftime. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch. That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of the field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the set.
Starting out with an empty backfield, Brock. Here they come. 1st and 10.
Warrior 70.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for the Colts. First down.
18, 5 here.
At the 38-yard line.
Cup 19, 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
First down throw here from Richardson. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion.
And he will carry this across for the Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals parlay the interception into points. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
70, 70. Come on, go.
He'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Offense in the hurry up here. Richardson fires quickly out wide. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Looking quickly, trying to get set.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and
Second down carry for Taylor. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Trap 50.
Richardson now on first and 10. Escapes the pocket. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Easily add the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Offense getting set. Here's first and 10.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. 6 Bronco 80.
Working inside the red zone. To the right and reeled in by Downs. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts shrinking the lead some in the third. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
So the Colts and Richardson going to go for 2 here.
19,
The Colts will line up for the two-point
70,
conversion.
70. Warriors 70. Ready,
All right, they're going to throw for it. And it's hauled in inside the end zone for 2. That trims the lead just a little bit. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line. And this time, it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route. When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Off the play fake, Brissett. Into the hands of Duvernay. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
19, set. What? Hey, check. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Go.
Here's Brissett. He's going to push one deep down the right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Now Brissett's on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Cardinal first down.
19, set, go.
There's a dive up the middle, and he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the pistol, Brissett. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Second down. Here's Brissett again. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
3rd down, it's Brissett. That's caught for the 1st. He picks up 15 on the play. And that will set up 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
19, that's it. 13. Go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. It's a gain of 2 on the play. Still some work to do on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
19, good. 120, good. Hey, kill. Go.
He will score. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals continue piling on to this lead.
Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
all like you see Tigo. So bring yourself over here, girl. And let me see you get low. If you want this good, now take it to the floor. If you want to act.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice. That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
They're going to turn to Taylor on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped well shy. That 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up. Desperation time here. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
19. Go.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Go.
Another carry forward. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
20. Go.
Shotgun now for Brissett. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. We got the football prop, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short. Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Warrior 70.
Richardson now. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. It's a design run for Richardson. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Okay, ready.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Cougar 19. Let's go.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Hikes free in the center of the field. And he cuts it back right. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
That going right down the middle. And the Colts cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Rolling back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. He has this down to the 34. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Cardinals close to picking up their 5th win. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. They're set now on 1st and 10. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. They've got to keep moving quick here. Back to Taylor on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in a hurry up here.
A gain of 4.
65 yards.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Well-designed run. Here's Richardson. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like, the 28. Offense to the line fast. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. With some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
We're 19. Okay. Let's go.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Nearly starts the drive with a 1st down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
One of the tight ends motions right.
Go.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Right side cut by Higgins. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 22. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. Motioning one of the tight ends. They're going to pass it here. Buying some time right. He can run it. And all he can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as a play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain. That feels like a sack for those defenders.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
319, okay, let's go.
Brissett to throw it. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing buck. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that.
He's holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
So the Cardinals get to fly home as well.